Y'all, I don't know what Dorn's deal is, but he misremembered a detail from Clueless. When Paul Rudd's character makes a sandwich, he doesn't put the mayonnaise on the bread. He puts it on the turkey. Is that a psycho move? It is, right? Or is it more of a psycho move that I noticed that detail? Let me know.
I actually did notice this. Yeah. When it happened, there's a lot about that sandwich that bothered me. Actually, he only did one slice of turkey. I assume it was turkey. Could have been ham. He only did one slice of meat. He put the mayonnaise directly on the meat, and then he just put the other slice of bread on, and that was his sandwich. It was the worst sandwich of all time. And he left the meat out right there on the kitchen island or the kitchen counter, whatever it was, and exited to the living room. So many things went wrong there. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
This question got me questioning my method, because with a sandwich, I can almost always say I am putting the condiment, whether it be mustard or mayo or whatever, on the top bun, and then placing it atop the sandwich. But here's where it's going to get controversial. With a burger, I don't do that. I go right on top of the lettuce, tomato, let's see, avocado, mushroom, bacon, broccoli sprouts, you name it.
All bought from a gas station.
All from the Valero right down the street from me. And then I put the bread on top of that. So I have is a burger a sandwich, guys?
Stop.
Dude, good question. We actually have a voice.
Yeah, everyone's been wondering. I don't think it's that crazy to do mayo directly onto the meat. It's not ideal, but it gets the job done, right?
It feels a bit reckless. It feels just sloppy to me. I like spreading the mayo in a nice even fashion onto the bun or onto the piece of bread. So I don't think that I would ever just go straight meat. And I have to say, Dave, when I have a burger, I always just do the bun. I'm not saying you're wrong. If I'm going to do one sandwich or bread fueled meal and just put it directly on, it would be a burger. I could see myself just tossing on a burger at a barbecue.
If a tomato is involved, you cannot put it on, you cannot spread on the tomato. Like if you have a knife, let's just say, and there's a tomato, because a tomato is not spreadable. That's when you have to go bun.
I don't think I was nervous about this question because I always put the condiments right on the meat. Like if I drizzle hot sauce or if I do barbecue sauce or mayo, I don't think I've ever taken mayo and spread it on bread and then put it on.
That's weird.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought to.
I feel like Brett's going to get fried for this.
I mean, it doesn't make you
get
a crazy
fried.
person.
No, you do. I do it with butter. If you're doing toasting the buns or something, you spread it on. But I've never I just don't want to. I don't want to get a knife dirty.
What, dude? You don't?
I respect that.
Mayo knife after?
I mean, how do you spread the mayo if you don't use a knife?
I just I drizzle.
So you're assuming you're not doing jar mayo. You're doing the squeeze bottle mayo.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
That changes the equation for sure.
No, Brett takes a jar and then he sticks his finger in it and then he rubs it onto the meat with his index finger.
I just don't do
just so he doesn't get a knife dirty.
Don't do that.
I'm a minimalist when it comes to utensils and plates. If I always will go out of my way to not have just that random dirty knife. If I don't absolutely need it, I will reuse knives. I will rinse and reuse, because I just hate when the dishes pile up or when there's a fully loaded dishwasher. It gives me anxiety.
We have a shameful amount of utensils in our place. We only have 4 of each. So 4 teaspoons, 4 dinner spoons or soup spoons, whatever you want to call them. Just 4 of everything. Nothing else. It's
Didn't you just have a wedding?
What?
I said, didn't you just have a wedding? Isn't that where you get 400 utensils?
Yeah. The issue with us moving our wedding up and having a limited invite list is that we did not register for anything. And so we just didn't. I mean, I don't really mind totally, just because I don't want people who didn't get invited to the wedding to buy me stuff. But at the same time, we definitely missed out on getting a dope ass blender or
Pizza Stone with my initials on it.
I know, and so it's tough. But, so we have I think 16 total utensils. It's really embarrassing. I had a buddy who when he was younger, he only used utensils from Whole Foods. And he went to Whole Foods and would just wash his plastic utensils from Whole Foods and put them in his drawer. I was like, dude, how bad were you struggling at that time?
God, that's terrible.
It's like, come on, man. Like, have some self-respect. Like, what if you have a girl over and she like stays the night and she wants like a piece of toast the next day and she opens your drawer and sees like a plastic knife just sitting there?
I will say this though, if you're at a barbecue and you have those heavy-duty plastic utensils versus the flimsy ones, it's a game
changes everything.
Yeah,
you're like, man, I'm living.
You could.
There's nothing worse than a bad piece of plastic silverware, like that. It breaks when you're trying to cut through your sausage, or God forbid you have a steak and you're trying to. Oh, it's the worst.
If there's like
some things that are probably worse than that, but yeah, it's not great.
If there's like potato salad and there's like one potato that's too big, so you got to cut it with the fork, and then all of a sudden you break the fork, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this broken ass fork?
Honestly, if that ever happened to me, I would just take the broken part and I would just stab myself in the neck with it until it was over, because I just can't deal with it. It's the worst.
That's fair.
Man, this question's got me thinking about like just movie foods in general, and scenes that include like the making of food or something, and there's got to be some really bad ones out there, because they don't. It's not an important part of the actual storyline, so they just like completely mail it in. But this is a pretty egregiously bad one. The sandwich that Paul Rudd makes in that movie.